Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the next 4 weeks. And this is going to be about money, career, and financials. I already posted the monthly reading. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out for your sign or sun, moon, and rising. In this reading, we're going to start out with your coffee cup. Then we're going to move on to your tarot and oracle insights, what's coming for you spiritually. And by the way, this is going to be a general one, and if it resonates, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can multiply your energy. Let's dive in right away and see what's coming your way. I see palm trees already here. Like, it just kind of reminded me of beach side, the palm trees, those kind of like a good fancy roads that people are running, jogging. Not everybody is actually desiring to be in those kind of warm environments, but because it's like I feel like symbol of peace because of the warmth. Not always, but most of the time, if you're in a cold place, warmth can make you feel fuzzy inside, which you are a fire sign. So even though the kind of maybe even boring environment when you look at it, this can be something that will really bring pleasure into your life. This is an environment you're stepping in, and we can even take it as in the sense of kind of like what's popping in front of my vision as an eye coming to me is like on Amazon, a forest. Like abundance, wealth. It can be something like that as well. The palm trees, if you ever observe the palm trees, I have many here. They multiply so fast out of nowhere. If you have one palm tree in your garden, they just drop their seeds everywhere and they grow everywhere. If we let them loose, I can assure you that in 10 years, the whole world will be actually covered with those trees, okay? And they grow really fast too. So this is something in the environment. You see the seeds are keep dropping, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9 seeds are dropping here. So you can, I feel like you're going to drop them into the fertile soil, which are going to start multiplying really fast, but it is about dropping the ideas first. So if you have some inspirations coming to you that you're hesitant to pursue, this can give you a chance to maybe start dropping the seeds. Slowly, carefully, maybe start researching them or start planting them, or maybe even sharing them with the people who can find the resources for you, bring the they can be the right connections for you. And this is when you're thinking, maybe you're saying, no, I'm retired though, I don't really deal with these kind of things. This can be ideas of support, receiving support from different institutions, or maybe different I'm thinking about institutions, but different people who can really provide you this help out of their own good heart, or maybe it's their structure. They're structured that way to show you a way to, maybe if you want to go world travel, and this is a way that you can do the travel as well as maybe even helping them with certain things. I actually read in a book, I don't remember which book it was, there was this woman was after she retired, she was manifesting a world travel, and she was so good at taking pictures. She was a photographer, and one of those tour companies actually because she was manifesting it, she was in the energy, dropping the seeds, calling the right people, and even like advertise, talking about this to everyone that she knows. Like, I want to travel the world and I can take photos. And one of those big tour companies hired her, gave her full stay, the tickets and everything, and told her though, these hotels that we use, they're on our website, go out there and take beautiful pictures of them so we can post it on there. And that's what she did. And she traveled everywhere she wanted to go with that for free, everything included. So the opportunities are out there, the seeds are out there, but you need to be willing to be in the energy vicinity, even the energy of it. Okay, I see there's a legal paper showing up. Some of you might be even manifesting that kind of like a contract, but I feel here some of you are thinking about a person not on your high level here. Looks like a masculine figure who has maybe even a broken cup in his hand. This can be romantic, maybe someone that you might have to leave behind. This doesn't have to be leaving behind in the physical sense, maybe in the emotional sense. Like you need to, because they have a broken cup, meaning they cannot even nourish themselves. Okay, so this person might be someone feeding off of your energy, and I see this as maybe even romantic because I saw the cup, but it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a masculine figure, doesn't have to be male, who doesn't really use that masculine power. Maybe they have these toxic traits. And even now I'm thinking maybe you're working in a company. This can be a partner, someone that you're working together with. Maybe you're climbing up the stairs, but they're staying down below. And no matter what you do, you're not lifting them up. So this can be someone that you're going to make a decision to leave behind if you want to go into this new adventure in life. The second, like this, the first week, towards the end of the first week, either you're going to have about a conversation with this person or about this person. I see even they're sitting on a key. Maybe the key is, that's why you are holding on to their energy, because you think they have a key. You think they unlocked something, but I feel like here they turned their back on it. This can be maybe they were extremely skillful about something, but now they're not using it, and maybe they will never use it. Okay, because they're focused on the broken cup. They're focused on their heartbreak. They're focused on being bitter about not receiving what they want from life, out of life. It can be someone like that. And what happens though, when you decide, when you start with the clean slate, the tabula rasa, there's a new pathway opening here for you. I see a little bit worry in your face and excitement at the same time. So it can create that kind of like a stress because this is something brand new. The thing is though, it's like a geyser. It's like that geyser. It's just the hot water comes from the bottom of the earth, like the groundwater. It just like pops out, and it is so fast flowing. And you're a fire sign. I feel like you're a person who can, maybe only person who can handle the situation very well. Okay, and the other person maybe that you're trying to take with you might not really adjust well to the situation. I see there's a second thing here, a paperwork again, a massive whale. Kind of reminds me of, not the humpbacks, beluga whale. It just reminds me of a beluga whale. Whales represent someone powerful, strong, calm. Can be a water sign, but because they're mammals, I interpret them as earth sign as well. Someone established, someone wealthy, but they don't really have the greed also. So someone very calm, and they are going towards the crowd right here, a crowd in a mishmash, in a mess. There are two people here, maybe they put their heads together and they created a mess out of a situation. This person might be their investor, or this person can be someone who's actually taking this away from these people. Maybe someone who's going to purchase a business, and you are in the vicinity. You are behind this person. Maybe you are the one that they're trusting. And you might be thinking, sometimes I see in the comments that there are some people, they're retired, and you might be thinking, I'm retired, I don't have, I just want to rest, or I don't want to work. You might be thinking like that, but this doesn't have to be even work. Maybe this is about something that you have, a great experience that you have, nobody has other than you are, that only maybe informing, advising is the key here, okay? And I see that there's a situation that is stepping in here within the third week. And these two people are in a mishmash. They don't know what they're doing, but you're the one with their solution. Okay, as soon as you show up, you see that you're right here standing. You have a cloak behind you. I see kind of like Superman, Supergirl kind of a vibe. You're balancing things out. Sagittarius, your fire is actually going to maybe even calm these people's water down. Now I'm thinking though, like fire boils the water a little bit. Maybe you're going to boil them out of this water too. Now I'm thinking maybe because they're not capable, they're imposters, you're just going to show it to the world that these people don't know what they're doing. And either way though, you're in a very powerful position. I see there's somebody here also showing up. This is someone new and with a large forehead. They have another person right above them with a large nose. Nose can be about being nosy. The forehead can be about like being the brain. These people are stacked on top of each other, so it can be some people who has hierarchy. Either you're going to turn these people into this like organized bunch because you're standing right in front of them and just telling you to get their things together. But this is going to, I feel like it's not going to last too long. This can be even a temporary situation. You're going to step into an environment and tell people to pull their stuff together. This can be the family that maybe you have an inheritance that they don't know what to do with it, or just freaking out. You're just calming the waters down, or maybe even just telling them to keep it organized. What happens afterwards is there's a horse showing up here. There's a shooting star coming forth as well. If this is something that you're benefiting from, you're going to receive your benefit right away, and you will execute it in a way that will bring you some wish fulfillment. Horses indicates fast wish fulfillment. Right after that, I see kind of like a cartoonish bee right here. The bee can indicate your organization skills, your maybe even like someone maybe hardworking. Bee is an air sign, can be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that you're going to start partnering up with this energies of this person. Okay, someone maybe logical side of the story. You're the passion, you are the fire, you're the creativity, and they're the organizer, submitter, filling the forms and all that stuff. They're not really 100% in your life, but you're going to cross paths with someone who will be helping you with all the paperwork stuff. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see a magician right here in your heart right away. You can see the head, the magic wand in their hand. So I see that your desire is something that has a process. Okay, it needs to be like a step by step. And the third step, it is flowing so freely, coming really easily. But before that happens, you might have to take some steps towards it, and maybe even complete certain things about this. The magician, being the magician, indicates that you're going to be given all the tools that you need in order to achieve success and do what you want to do. But it's about utilizing those tools in the best possible way, instead of wasting them. Okay, can be during the third week. The hands are looking towards the third week. During the third week timeline, you might even achieve success about something, or someone might hand you over a key to unlock some things for yourself. And this can be information. I'm thinking maybe some of you, because I feel like she's holding a key, she or he is holding a key in their hand. This can be a key to an apartment. Maybe somebody's going to tell you, rent out my apartment. You get like the half of it, or something like it. It can be something. But it can also be, because I see the head kind of looks like a fish, a money-making idea coming out of your head, that the resources that you need are going to start manifesting themselves. Another thing I see here, there's a person wearing a skirt, right, like on a lower level than you are. Lower level can be financially lower level or energetically lower level, and they are coming ahead here to this person is someone admiring you. Another thing I feel like here, there's a second desire coming forward. This can be divine help, okay? Because they're admiring you, they're going to be willing to help you to grow this thing that you are creating. Another energy I see here is like a letter M as in Matthew. There's another M right there. Miriam, this can mean someone's first name or the last name. And that energy is outside of your comfort zone now. You're not really aware, but they can see inside of the shield, so they can see you. So you're getting recognized. Some of you are getting recognized in an amazing way. And I feel like because you don't see how it's going to happen yet, it's going to become a surprise for you, your recognition. Recognition can be being recognized in, maybe if you have a social media, maybe on that front, if you are working currently, or maybe you're making handmade stuff. Can be even that getting recognized. Okay, let's see your tarot. Let's see what's happening. This is going to be much more spiritual, but there might be some times we get like the people showing up here for you too. Let's see what's happening with that energy. we're going to start with your current situation. We have the horse here, 5 of Cups. The horse is not happy at this time, but I saw at the end of the cup there, you're actually going to have a happy horse. 5 of Cups kind of looks like a disappointment. Maybe there is a disappointment that you're going through at this point because you invested your energy into something and it didn't come back the way you're expecting it, okay? In your current situation, you're only seeing, oh, what I lost out of this, okay? You're not seeing what you gained. And when you look at the 5 of Cups in the original tarot, we see 2 cups upright, 3 cups spilled. And the 3 cups, the red and green juices we see are actually poison. They weren't meant for you. This was something, a step that will launch you to better level, higher level. So with a better understanding, you're going to start something amazing. The Think and Grow Rich, this is one of my favorite books. If you ever read it, in the beginning, 3 feet from gold. When you read that chapter, you see this person, he was looking for gold and digging for gold for a while, and then he gives up 3 feet away. He sells all his equipment to a farmer, and that guy actually finds the gold. And as soon as that guy finds the gold, this person actually starts working in an insurance company, and that gives him an inspiration. And he says, I'm never going to give up anymore, ever. And then he starts making maybe even double, triple amount of the gold. Okay, so and he becomes really wealthy at the end of the day. It was a lesson for him to learn. Maybe the gold wasn't going to actually bring him happiness. Maybe it was going to bring some bad mojo into his family, but now, because he's aware and willing, he actually never gave up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be resilient in your case. It can be something different as well. Maybe doing things in a different way this time. But you're learning, you have learned something, okay? But maybe you're not really looking at the gains at this time. This is suggesting the current situation, turn your gaze towards your gains, because we have the Temperance. This is your energy. This is your moderation and balance. And financial opportunities are going to show up when you are fully embodying your energy in a balanced and moderate way. This means that if you're thinking the success when it comes to materials are lying in the hard work and resilience, the Temperance energy is telling you no, it's actually being fully yourself, embodying your divine energy, and not feeling apologetic for the things that you want to have. Also, instead of jumping in everything with both feet, that's what we see in the original tarot. The angels only dipping their toes into the water, okay? The opportunities are right there, and it is telling you, which I saw like small seeds that you're planting are going to start blooming massively. So start just tipping your toes in the water first. That's where your financial opportunities lies, okay? They're in you, and also they're going to grow massively. The challenges are, we have 6 of Pentacles. This is actually giving and receiving. This can be the challenge at first, maybe because you are so used to giving much more than you receive, and that's why you might feel a little bit maybe even guilty, or when you receive something more than usual, or this can be something subconscious that you're not aware of, because sometimes what happens is when we receive something more, we think that, oh, this is much more than I anticipated. We find a way, our subconscious finds a way to melt it away, okay? Or even maybe if you get your 3 months salary in one work, those 3 months goes empty. You don't really receive anything, because our subconscious really works on protection, not really getting us wealthy. So if something out of the ordinary happens, even if this is something that we consciously want, subconscious takes as something dangerous. So this can be about giving and receiving, the balance of giving and receiving, and that's where you're going to be tested. That's going to be your challenge. This can be, first of all, giving and receiving and learning that if you don't have that kind of a balance at this moment. Also, if your balance is more of giving than receiving, you need to learn. That's going to be the challenge, to learn to receive and feel gratitude for it, not feel guilty. How should you manage your finances? We have 9 of Cups. This is actually, I feel like this is the energy of investing into what your heart's desire is, what your higher calling is, what makes you happy, rather than going with the stereotype ideas. Okay, when you see people, oh, I'm investing in the stock and bond, it's whatever it is, and it's so good. And if it doesn't speak to you, if it doesn't resonate with you, staying away from is the key. And whatever is resonating with you, whatever makes sense to you, going with that energy. Also, Nine of Cups is representative of joy, happiness, wish fulfillment. So whatever your wish and desire is, investing towards it is actually going to work out better than investing into other people's random ideas. Okay. And also, this is an example. The first example coming to me is like a travel right now, because it's the hot weather. Maybe you want to travel a certain country, but you're not, instead of that, you're just investing in something else. This can indicate that put some money on the side, which money has an attractive energy. It starts to accumulate when you start putting something on the side. And then without even realizing, maybe you're going to get gifted the tickets and that everything is going to work out by itself. Okay. And what will that bring to you in the long term? Strength. We have here a beautiful lion holding a rose in his mouth. He has a symbol of eternity on his forehead, and the sun is shining. He's happy, strong, powerful. So this is going to give you, I feel like, the power to repeat the process of manifesting the resources, the money, wealth, abundance that you need. Okay, this is a learning curve for some of you, that you're learning how to receive, how to be moderate, and how to focus on the things that you already have, and then multiply them and pursue your life goals as well. Let's see your oracle, what you should focus on. We're going to look into that, and then how you can do that. And then we're going to look into what blessings that will bring to you. Focus on the alchemy, the magic. You can look at this. Let's see. The alchemy and the magic is, this can be literal, the things that are actually doing out of the ordinary in your life that you don't really expect it to happen, but it happens either way. Magically, the things are appearing in your life, that has appeared in your life. Okay, keep your focus on that, because that actually strengthens the belief that, oh, okay, if this came out of nowhere, this can happen too. Okay, that gives you the hope that, okay, if the magic can happen in this area, why not it doesn't happen in another area? How can you do that? The bushfires with the furry, I think Leo's got this one as well. Passion. I interpret this as a little bit like an angry passion. Okay, pursuing your passions a little bit aggressively, rather than like temperance energy I have here. This doesn't mean like jumping with both feet and just giving your all, but I feel like here, how you can do this is first in the mental plane. Mental plane in the sense of your mind, then emotional plane in your heart, grounding yourself into the things, finding a reason, a solid reason why it should happen in your life. Emotionally, how you're attached to it, how will you feel when it comes, how passionate you're going to be about it. It's about the feeling. Bushfires this is about feeling, rather than burning the whole forest down, which temperance is actually telling you. When you are taking things slowly and doing moderation when it comes to action, then opportunities are going to grow. But I feel like here the bushfires are coming for the emotion that you should be attaching yourself, okay, to this desire you have. For example, maybe you have a home and you want to change it, but it's because of desperation, not because of good passion. Okay, just turn it around to a passion. I feel that's the news here. What blessings that will bring? It's going to create motion right away. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses, and the 6 is right there. The sad horse is going to go away. The happy horses are going to be galloping towards you, and this is actually going to, when you emotionally create the connection with your desire, the motion is going to actually start happening really fast. The things are going to start moving. Maybe opportunities are going to present itself. Right people are going to appear in your life. You're going to create, you're going to be in the right place in the right time. You're going to receive the right resources. Everything is going to align, okay? Everything is starting internally and emotionally, and then it's getting into the action. We had a camel showing up as your spirit animal, and when this month, for this reading, I recommended everyone to find actually a documentary about this animal. So not everybody got the same animal this time. It's so strange for me. And we have also horse. I think this is a stork, or maybe a different type of fish type of, like they eat fish. I know that bird. And then lion, the horse, but the camel too. And you have kangaroos right there. So the camel is a strong and resilient animal. Watch a documentary about them, examine them, because they might give you some inspiration. And they're desert animals, so they are fire. They're strong. You can feed off of their energy. And let's see what they do. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. And they're suggesting that they're coming with a fire and water energy. And so they attract both of them. Calm, content, sparkle in the eyes. So this is going to be your energy throughout this process. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess, heat, judgment, or anger. The camel searches inside of the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. I feel like that's why the bushfires are also showing. If you feel angry about something, turn that into your passion, or turn the story around like the camel does here. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when you're in balance, I feel like to travel idea, vision kept coming to me during this reading. Some of you are traveling. Maybe you are planning to travel, or you desire to travel, or maybe even life is going to move you towards a certain direction. Do not resist it, because it seems like here that's where you're going to find your prosperity, abundance. The wealth is going to be in that direction. Okay, horses are actually the symbol of movement. I'm going to pull your last card here. This is going to be your affirmation, suggestion, and advice. Did you forget that you are still inside the game? Coming forth here. These are kind of like arcade theme cards. So you are inside the game, meaning you're not outside. So you are creating. You are a creator. You can change the dynamics inside of the game. Okay. And you're a conscious being. So Super Mario was my favorite when I was growing up. I used to play. I finished that game like maybe 10, 20 times. Kill the dragon, or like defeat the dragon, save the princess. So the princess doesn't really have any will in that game. Mario does though. Mario does. He has will. He can jump. He can do things, like he can grab things. So he can collect the gold. You're in the game, meaning you have still free will to change the game, even if you don't feel it right now, okay? You really think that this incarnation is the beginning and the end of everything. What absolute hubris. Reality is much bigger than this. 3D single planet adventure game. Have fun and remember to explore this realm before it's game over. So you can change the game inside the game, and you are in it at this moment, okay? All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. And if you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.